the first hole you dig is gonna be the hardest. In the hot
seat. In the hot seat. In the hot seat. I believe I've had one lunch in 8 days.
It had been a year and a half since Michelle and I had last seen the Belafonte. And when we arrived in Florida, we realized there was more work to be done than originally anticipated, including cleaning, fixing, and replumbing the toilet. I'm Jocelyn.
And I'm Michelle.
Together with our best friends, we're sailing the world on our boat, the Belafonte.
Proving that ordinary people can do extraordinary things.
This is sea sondering. So people have been asking how I got bit by a bat. Hello and welcome to the toilet. I'm going to replumb the toilet.
Hello, my name is Tanner. I'm the head intern, and it was my job to plumb the toilet.
I would like to say though that I still did a lot of the plumbing work. I just was gone on like a few hour hiatus.
Well, in the midst of our plumbings, Jocelyn was in there right away and stuck her finger down a hole and got bit by a bat.
Rabies!
Can we say rabies on 3?
1, 2, 3.
Rabies! Tanner, we're gonna leave you to hopefully fix a hole in the boat. Yep. We have to do it before tomorrow morning at 11. Otherwise there'll be a hole in the boat, and when they put the boat in the water, we will sink. So if you zoom in here, this is my working area. And essentially I have to get this hose to go to here, but also to go up, around, down, and connect to this hose, which will then also go out there. During plumbing the toilet, we had these fittings that just wouldn't fit, and I thought there was something stuck or clogged in our toilet pipe, and I stuck my finger in it, which is now pretty gross thinking about it. And there was a bat in there and it bit me. This is why you get good interns, folks. Good interns.
Yeah, A+. A+ intern. Toilet stuff. So we had a long list of chores to do, and then we decided to take our anchor out, and we lowered our anchor and found out that our entire anchor chain was rusted. Once our anchor was lowered, the boatyard men came to pick up our boat, and our anchor was still on the ground because they ended up coming an hour early and we were not prepared. So we were hauling up our anchor as quickly as we can, trying to get everything in order, and we made it a little bit chaotically, but we made it in time, and our boat got lifted and brought into the water.
My very dear friend Patrick and his assistant Madeline flew all the way down to Florida to pretty much put us through a film camp. Patrick is a man of very many skills, and every time we get together he loves to do something fun, and this time he's like, look, we're in the swamp, let's do a fun swamp photo shoot.
We utilized our boat makeup, which consisted of, well, we had nothing, so it was zinc.
I'm putting makeup on. Okay, colored zinc. And I know that you need to put blue on your eyeball part, and then you put a different color on the top of your eye part, and that's how much I know about makeup.
Swamp.
We are getting ready for our Swamp People photo shoot with a really nice look, chic swamp. How do I look?
You look great, honey. You look so good. I'm so glad we get to get married today. People get it all wrong. They think you're supposed to brush down. You're supposed to brush up. Gravity naturally brings your hair down. They look like photos that could go on a billboard. They're so funny.
So we met a couple of really good boat friends down in Krista, and they were painting the bottom of their boat one day, so we asked if they'd like some help.
We all just felt really good helping out friends, trying to pay back some karma into the universe. I was really hoping the engine was gonna start. It had been sitting for a while. It is a brand new engine, like essentially brand new, and only took us 2 tries to turn Matilda over. So we were pretty happy about that. She was purring like a kitten, and just hoping and praying that she was gonna take us the whole way.
When we first started motoring, I was nervous just to see if everything was gonna pan out and work as it was supposed to.
Everything seemed easy again. It seemed like it was all doable. Series of bridges on the way to Indiantown. It's quite far up the canal, so lots of masts are too tall for sailing boats to go through.
And I was up there when it said 53.
Our mast on paper is 52 feet high. We're just gonna drift underneath it. Because if the mast hits the bridge, then the mast will come down on me and Patrick at this point. Or if we're in reverse, hopefully we'll just ting it. Okay. Holy shit. What are you doing? But our little pointer thing's okay, right? Yeah. Just don't hit that thing hanging off the bridge.
Made it within inches under some of the bridges.
Dragging, you could hear it go like.
Watching our antenna not bounce, but peel over and lightly scrape the bottom of the bridge, and it's puckering. Pulling into Dockside Marina, there was some dancing, there was some excitement after our 8 hours of motoring.
The current that runs through this marina was at 4 knots when we got in, and it was just pulling our boat out to sea, which ended up causing a bit of trouble at the end.
We were going nosing into the current, which makes docking extremely difficult. It can be very difficult without any current, and then 4 knots is like a river. Very fast.
So once we threw the lines off to the people on the dock, then that's when we realized that the boat was not getting pushed into the dock, it was getting pulled away from the dock, and that we were way too far away to get off the boat. We were about 12 feet away from the dock.
So we threw them a line that fit into our winch, and we attached to the winch. We were winching our boat in, which allowed the stern to come in, but the nose of our boat was still getting pushed out because of the current.
So I just grabbed my dock line and did as I was told.
Chill, just chill. Just chill. Once the nose in, it'll be maybe worse. I don't know. Like, I would be afraid to go in there. We should get like. We realized the bow line was this really thin, shitty rope, and if it had snapped, our boat would have swung off of the dock and like got essentially destroyed everything. We would have slammed, circled around and slammed back into the other side of the dock, or just been like in a really bad way. So when we realized that, we grabbed more lines and started tying them to our boat and throwing them to the dock, and we had like 6 lines tied to the boat, and all of them looked like shoestrings. Today we bought dock lines.
So Ian got in his dinghy and he came around and he pushed our nose of our boat in, and we finally made it to the dock.
What's going on here?
Oh, you know, we're just jimmy rigging ourselves to get us back to the dock, because this is a horrible place for a marina and there's a lot of current. We came in at the highest current, and yeah, we just winched in half of our boat and a dinghy is pushing in the other half of our boat. What was your thoughts about your first cruise on the Belafonte?
It's nice to get it on the water. Just take a little break from boat work for a day and just have to worry about lesser things like fitting under low bridges and going through locks and dodging shoals. So all in a day's work at that point, right?
Stay tuned for next week when we get ready for our big sail up north and become a family of 4.